Hello students, I am Priyanka and our today's video is related to our second online assessments solution. In the last week you have given a 20 marks test which was consisting of the fill in the blank type of questions. So today I will discuss with the answers which were expected. Well, actually I am not satisfied with whatever test you have given. Many of you have scored very less marks and many of you have remain absent for the test. So let us start with our today's session. So the first question was, this is a tag in HTML which describes some aspects of the contents of a web page. Yes, what answer you have written? The question is related to a tag which describes about the contents of a web page in short. So we have seen that the answer is what? It is the meta tag. So the answer expected was meta tag or simply meta, because they have already given this is a tag in HTML. So the answer was expected only meta. So the second question is char set used for Indian characters. We have already seen there are two type of char set, for Indian character and for Chinese character. So the question is related to the Indian characters. So the answer was UTF-8. Now some students have written UTF equal to 8 or in double quotes UTF-8. It is not valid. The answer was expected only UTF-8. If you write UTF equal to 8 in the code, will it run? No. The type is like UTF-8. That's it, and no extra spaces should be given in any HTML code because it does not run the code properly and it also does not show any error. So better to avoid some extra spaces. So again I am repeating UTF-8. That's it. So the third question was the extension of external CSS file. We have seen that there are three ways to include CSS into our HTML document: internal, inline and external. So if you are maintaining a separate CSS file CSS file, what extension it should have? If it is an HTML file, it will have .html. If it is an image file, it will be .jpg or some other image format. Similarly, they are asking about the extension for a external CSS file. So the answer was .css. Many of you have written external CSS, then in double quote CSS. No, the question is related to the extension, so it has to be a dot and the extension name, that is CSS. The fourth question, the tag used for internal CSS. Now again it is related to the ways of CSS. We have seen that there is a tag which is used in internal. So if it is a tag used in internal, that is the style tag, then only we can say it is a internal type of CSS. If we are using this style as an attribute, then it will become inline CSS, right? So it was asked about the internal CSS tag. So obviously you all know that we use style tag. So the answer was simply the style, or you can mention it in angular brackets. But no need, simply style word is sufficient. Many of you have written style tag. There is no need, only that word style was expected. Many of you have written head style, internal style sheet. Many wrong answers were given for this question. So I hope your doubt is now clear. Next, to check the format of a regular expression, the attribute used is. Now here the question is related to some attribute name and when it is used to check some regular expression pattern. So in which attribute we were checking the pattern? The hint is for telephone number. Yes, so the correct answer is pattern. Here we were checking the pattern, right? In square bracket we were giving the number of range of numbers, and in the curly braces how many digits. Agree? Next, the sixth question was assigning this value for the type attribute of input. We can use an image as a submit button. So the question is again related to the name of the attribute, where you can use an image as a submit button. So the answer was image. Input type equal to image. Next, in CSS syntax, the element for which the styling is to be applied is called as dash. Yes, what does the CSS syntax consist of? The CSS syntax consists of two parts. What? The selector, and after the selector in the curly braces we can define the declaration. It could be for a single property and value, or it could be for multiple property and value pairs, right? So the two parts are selector and declaration. Now it is asking the element for which the styling is to be applied, so that is called as a selector, right? And after that selector we mention what type of styling we have to apply. So the answer expected here was selector. Let me check what you people have written. HTML tag, design layout, inline CSS, then in curly braces p tag, placeholder, cascade algorithm. Many new answers were given for this question. I don't think so it was very difficult. It was simple and straightforward question. Next question, 8th. This CSS property is used to change the text color. Now you can either change a background color for a text, or you can change the text color also. So the question here is related to changing the color of the text. So which attribute we were using, or the property we were using? We were using color. Color colon red. So it will be taking red color text for whatever selector you are applying this property, right? Let me check what you people have written. Color. Yes, many of you have written text hyphen color. It is wrong. Though it sounds correct, but it is wrong. Then many of you have written background color. Somebody has written P curly braces color hyphen red. They are not asking you the code. They are simply asking you the property name. So even if you are giving the whole code, it will be considered as a wrong answer. See, this is a fill in the blank. So here the answer either should be in one or two words, right? Next, this attribute provides hint to the user what is expected to be entered into the text box. Now, yes, try to recall which attribute we can use to give hint for the user that this value is expected here. Suppose I am having a text box and I haven't given any label to it, right? If you see any text box, before the text box you have some label to it, first name, second name, and then by looking at the label you understand that that thing is expected into that text box. But if suppose my label is not there, then how do I hint the user that this thing is expected in this text box? Yes. So the correct answer is placeholder. Let me see what you people have written. Anchor, placeholder, box, color. I know why the wrong answers are given or misplaced answer, because now this time when I had set the paper, nobody had the same question paper. The question paper were having different sets. That is why many wrong answers are here. I know you communicate with each other while giving the test and you write the answer, but this time I didn't keep this provision for you to copy, right? You are taking the IIT subject very lightly. That is why I had to do this. So I hope from next time you will study seriously and give the paper. Copying is not going to help you in any way. So let us move to the next question. 10th. This character is used in between different declarations of an element while using CSS. Now in the CSS syntax we have selector and declaration. We just now discussed that the declaration has property and value pair. So if I am having a single property, then I will have property and its value, right? But if there are multiple properties in the declaration part, so what is the symbol used to differentiate between these two properties? Yes, so we use which character? We use semicolon. So the answer here was expected a simple semicolon character, or you could write a text as semicolon. Both were acceptable. Next, this attribute can be used to remove the underline from a hyperlink. Now here many wrong answers I have got. Actually this question was a bit confusing. Now the question is related to the attribute, and many of you have people attempted the question and given the value of that attribute. Mind well, I am not asking here the value to be given. Here the question is related to the attribute. What question it is? This attribute can be used to remove the underline from a text. Means here the attribute name is expected, not the value which is given to this attribute. So many of you have written the answer as none. Actually the values, if the question was related to the value, then the answer would have been none. But I am asking the attribute name. So the attribute name here expected was text decoration, right? So many of you have written text decoration none. No, there is no need. They are simply asking you the attribute name. Don't write the code. Again I am telling, I know you people know everything. Many of you know the basic thing, but understand what the question is asking. It is simply asking you the attribute name. So why you are giving the answer which is not expected? It is not a coding part question, right? It is not the question related to HTML program. It is simply a fill in the blank. So only one or two words are expected. So the correct answer was text decoration. Next, 12th. This property is used to add blank spaces around the contents of an element. Now this also we have discussed with many examples. A hint is that for protection of our element, we use this blank spaces all over the element. So let me see what you have written. Somebody has written and NBSP semicolon. Wow, very intelligent. I don't know from where they have got. I know some answers are taken from the Google search, but Google search is not always right. He doesn't know what question we are talking about, right? So it is better to study instead of copying from Google search or from your friends. So the correct answer was padding, and many of you have written correct. Somebody has written margin and padding. No, it is only padding. That's it. Next, the unit px used to measure an entity stands for. Now here they are asking what does that px stand for. We have already seen in the example, you can measure any element with different units. Suppose I have to measure a length. So this length could be measured in mm. So this mm stands for millimeter. If it is to be measured in cm, it is centimeter. If it is in, it is inches. So similarly, what this px stands for? The correct answer was pixel, and many of you have written right. It is pixel. Somebody has written font size, length or height. So the correct answer is pixel. Next, a value for an attribute property can be assigned using dash character. Again I am repeating, a value for a property can be assigned using dash character. Generally, while assigning some value to any variable or any attribute, we use equal to. But now it is related to CSS. So the correct character was colon, right? We use colon instead of equal to in CSS. So the correct answer was either a colon character, or you could simply write COLON. Both were acceptable. Next, CSS stands for. This question you can expect it in each and every test from here onwards. I am telling this from day one we have started with CSS. The full form of CSS is Cascading Style Sheets. Still many of you have written wrong. Cascading Style Sheets. Next, in dash type of CSS, a separate file of CSS rules is maintained and called by using a link tag in the HTML file. So the question is related to types of CSS. We know that there are three types of CSS: internal, external and inline. Now it is asking in which type you maintain a separate CSS file. So obviously the answer has to be external CSS, right? So many of you have written external style sheet. There is no need. We know that there are only three: internal, external and inline. No need to write some additional words. The answer expected here was only this external word. Many of you have written external style sheets. Though it is correct, the computer will take it as wrong answer, because again I am telling it is a fill in the blank. So just give the direct answers, whatever is expected. Don't try to add additional words so that you will get negative marks or 0 marks instead of getting full marks, though the answer is right. So better answer whatever is expected, that's it. So the correct word was expected here was external. Many of you have written text file, HTML document, selector, don't know. Next, 17th. This property is used to set a margin area on the left side of a web page. Yes, so what will be the answer if you have to leave a margin from the left side of the page? The correct answer is margin dash left, right? If there are two words in a property name, then there is a hyphen in between. Margin left are two different words, that is why they are joined and considered as a single word if there is a hyphen in between, right? So the answer was margin left. Then next, these can be used as a tag as well as an attribute of an element. Yes, now tell me what will be the answer here. The question is related to some word which can be used as a tag as well as the attribute. Let me check your answers first. Method, src, css, a, elements, cascading. I am getting all wrong answers for this question, though the answer is so simple. This can be used as a tag as well as an attribute. Have we not used the style as a tag and as well as an attribute? For internal it will be style tag, and for inline it will be style as an attribute. So why you have given wrong answers? Correct answer is style. So next question. This property of CSS is used to make the text as bold. Let me check for your answers. Yeah, many of you have written correct answer. For making the text appear bold. See now, if you are not using CSS, we can still have the text as bold using which tag? Using B tag, right? But here the question is related to the property name of CSS. So in which property we were making the text to appear in bold? The correct answer was font weight, and many of you have written right. Only the thing what you have done wrong is that you are adding extra spaces between these two words. Then again it will be treated as a wrong answer. Many of you have written the expected words correct, font weight, but they have written font space weight, then font space hyphen space weight. It will not be considered as a right answer. Mind well, the property name is what? Font hyphen weight. There is no space. Even if you give space in the code will not run properly, right? So the correct way is font hyphen weight with no extra spaces. Next and the last question. Hopefully, let me see first what you have written. No, I'm not getting right answer for this question as well. So let me see why you went wrong. So the question was URL in the bracket some value is given X. This entity can be given as a value to a property where this X can be the name of the file or the path of the file. Yes, so what it is given? The X is either a file name. Why they have given X? Because it is variable. So this variable can have either the file name value, or if that file is not present in your folder, it can be the path of that file. And this path is given to the URL. And this URL is given as a value to the expected answer attribute. So for which attribute or which property we are giving value colon URL and then the file name. Generally what happens, how is the declaration part? Property colon its value, directly the value is given. But for this property we cannot directly give the file name or the file path. We have to use the URL, that is the uniform resource locator, and in this URL in the bracket you have to mention the file name or the path of the file name. So the right answer was background image. When you have to use a background image for your web page using CSS, then that time you have to use background hyphen image colon URL bracket either the file name or the file path and bracket close. If this is the code given, then only you will have a background image, otherwise you will not get the background image. So this URL is mandatory for the background image property, right? So these were all your second online test questions. I hope at least now your doubts are clear and you can expect these questions to come in your coming exam as well as for your board examination. So maintain a file or a book where you are maintaining all your notes from the videos which you are studying, and also these small online assignments which will be getting hereafter. These will be helping you a lot. I am telling you, be serious. Seriously, it's high time. We don't know when we'll meet and how our sessions will be, but we teachers are trying our level best for you to give proper study material and making it so simple that by just looking at the videos once or twice the concept should be clear enough. And after viewing the videos, try to make your own notes. If you have got any doubts, you can get back to us anytime. We will be very happy to answer your doubts, right? So for today's session, the assignment will be you have to write this 20 questions 2 times in your notebook. Again I am repeating, the assignment for the day is you have to write this 20 questions 2 times in your IT notebook and then show to the respective teacher, right? So that's it for the day. Thank you.